it's your boy Jovi here for Small Couch Reviews. As you can see, I'm by myself. For the next few videos, I will be by myself. Sam is vacationing with family and much needed for the homie, and I'll just wish him and his family safe travels as they move around a part of the United States that I've never been. So, let's get into it. Today, we're going to talk about the movie Gran Turismo. If you don't know what Gran Turismo is, it is a movie made by Sony. You know, we haven't been too fond of some Sony films in the past, specifically comic films, but seems like they may have their action films aren't that bad, and these video game movies might be their thing. It really might be their thing. This movie is based on a real life person. This is technically a biopic. This movie is about a young man that played Gran Turismo, was really, really great at it, and he got a chance to race real cars. Sounds crazy, right? Sim racer playing Gran Turismo, good at it. Nissan calls him up, says, "Hey, we want you to race for us." He actually did it. He did this in real life. I would say that this movie is, I asked my wife, would you consider it a biopic? She's like, that's what it is. It's a biopic. It is. It's a small part of this man's life, but it was a really good time. I'm going to be quick with this one. My bad. I got to start off with my bads. It is a little drawn out and a little dramatized, I feel like these things happened, but they had to make it a spectacle, right? Had to make it bigger than what it was. Or if it happened just like this, it's truly, this guy lived a movie. The idea that someone like myself or someone like you watching could legit learn how to be a professional race car driver, and he's still racing to today, fun fact, is just amazing, and that was the point of the contest. As the movie goes on, I was very disappointed with the CG. Like, it was so cool, like all the way to like the last 20 minutes, if that, maybe the last 15, and it just kind of like went downhill. Like, I know movies aren't shot chronologically, so why is it as recently movies seem to, like, in the last little bit just go downhill? There was a lot of, like, I would say in game, it looked like there was like actual like Gran Turismo type like shots, and I was like, cool, that's cool, you're showcasing your game. But then there was shots like this one crash that looked absolutely horrible, but then there's one crash that looks really, really good. And so it's like, Sony, come on, y'all. Like, when you watch this or you had your CG people on and you weren't just like, that's not good, can we go back? Those are my only two things. A little too drawn out and a little too much drama, and to like reality wise. But again, if this what happened happened, and the CG was I was like a 7.5 out of 10 for it wasn't consistent. But the story is great. I did like the dialogue. I like the feel, just the real good feel when you're watching it, even with the drama. And the cars. The cars. There are some cars in this movie that weren't out when he was racing. I'm not going to take points off for that. I just feel like they were just trying to showcase all the cars that are in the games and how just cool the stuff he was around, right? I don't know if this is something you take your kids to go see. I actually took my son, he fell asleep. But that's just not saying much. He falls asleep on movies sometimes, and it was a little later. It was just like, if you like cars, he likes cars, I like cars. He was really into it, and then he clonked out because, again, going back to my bad, some of the drawn out dramatic scenes kind of didn't do anything for the story, in a sense that Like, we know you went through like hardships to get to this point, but I didn't need to be like in the room for every single one of them. And that's kind of how it was like. So I say all that to say the good, the bad, the good. I really enjoyed this film. I can see myself putting this on and having it up on my nice setup upstairs in the living room, and like really just having the speakers up, annoying my neighbors, and just letting it just, the sounds of the cars are so on point, and it really resonates with how on point Gran Turismo is. Um, if you haven't played, like, I've been playing since the first one where you had to get your driver's license. So like, yeah, it, man, classic. Good job, Sony. Good job making a pretty dope biopic, and also officially getting on our good list for the good, the bad, and the very bad of video game movies. That's it for me, y'all. This is a 4 out of 5. Comment down below. Tell me how you feel. I know some people aren't going to like this. Maybe I just love cars so much that I look past some of it. But I felt like the acting was good. The cast was great. There's one character that's a pretty all-star cast member that in the beginning of the film I didn't like his acting, but it got better as it went on. I'm not gonna, some last name sounds like gloom. Um, but it's all good. Comment down below, subscribe. Y'all, it really helps out. I know YouTubers say that. It helps out. The more subscribers we get, the more we can do on the platform. See you tomorrow, or the day after, or the day after that. I'm going to go see another movie tomorrow. See y'all soon with 2 more movies this week. Deuces.